Individuals, I think, are going to be a very, very big sticking point for Nordavind to start off, and maybe even being able to convert the pistol might be the start too. No kits, no util for the Entropiq side. It's Kevlar for everyone.
Yeah, looking to take the scraps, man. And that's exactly what they're going for. And I think, again, maybe reading into the fact there's an execute coming. They're not quite ready for this push in. However, they will find success. Crad hard baiting his teammate out. Oh, and he nearly gets lucky. What is that flick, though? Maybe it's out of there. What is going on? We've already started off with a crazy pistol so far. Elian's found another head. Crad has not actually moved. So Tensky nearly getting caught off by it, but not going to be the case. Lackey is here quite close to the action. Elian left low. The bomb's going B. But now it's not. What is happening? This is so wild. HS with a good read does take down Lackey. Oh, collapse out Elian. This is the HS that we want to see. Forrester now against 3.
Builds up my confidence a little bit more. Forrester trying to see if he can get the clutch out. Nice little tap there for HS, but there's the lack of information he doesn't know about. He thinks it's an A fake and they're bringing the bomb B.
Yeah, this is smart play from Nordavind. Really getting in their head. And it's such a tough one, man. He's going to start clearing everything out and then move towards short. They're giving him a lot of respect. I think that is absolutely fair, but he's read into the fact. He is ready and waiting. But is he? He keeps on second-guessing himself, and now they've just crossed. He's kind of missed his opportunity to maybe find a cheeky heady. He will know that it's A. He's moving in fast. He nearly gets caught there, and now has to be careful not to get double peaked. They'll both move to CT. And this is where it gets really tough. He needs a quick bang-bang, to be honest with you. Really cannot afford to miss a shot. Tap onto the bomb. Spins around. They will go for the peak, and that's all that's required. Nordavind pick up the pistol.
That was a wild round, as you mentioned. First of all, they don't hard check Crad in ramp, and HS pretty much recovers it. What a tap coming through onto Elian. And that's what we want to see for the big fella. We know that he could be a star player. We know the potential that he could bring. And unfortunately, it wasn't there on Dust 2, but might be here for Mirage.
Well, let's see. Can they hold on past the pistol? Always scary, right? Particularly with a team like Entropiq. Elian waiting a little while before he goes for the shot there, so not going to find what could have been a triple collat, you know, because they were lined up for a second. But not happening. Not happening. Nonetheless,
maybe next
no
week.
Kills as yet. yeah. Maybe next Invitational, guys. To be honest.
Ooh. Nah, Mertz didn't see the jump spotter. Forrester's taken the early contact, though. They know that he's here. Lackey, he could drop the bomb, and that's the bomb being dropped, but it's the instant kill that comes in from HS.
Yeah, damage being landed, though. Look how low they are, man. Elian, he stays alive and just creates some space for these remaining 2 Deagles. It really could be dangerous. Got the bomb moving in. Smokes as well to play with. Elian not able to find anything. They really, really, really need to be careful on the Nordavind side here. Nickelback coming in. It's a slightly longer flank than you would like, but all the same, a flank nonetheless. And I don't think they care about winning the round so much. The primary objective is, of course, to do damage, take weapons away and whatnot. You can see that with the save notion here. 2 players in at market will move away, and Nickelback just going to hold on the exit. So not actually committing. HS trying to catch him on the backside. Oh, perfect timing. Cannot get much better than that for the double spray. And now Nickelback, yes, indeed, he'll take his armor into the next round, but no real support for him to work with.
That was a very good lurk play from HS. Just have the confidence in your site players that they're going to be able to take A or take B completely, and he can have a bit of a move up to A, start sneaking in from jungle, just hear the footsteps of the rotate back into CT as they're saving. Simple duo style coming through for Nordavind. Nice little lineup. Mentioned the timing. Yeah. Simple, very much not to it. Entropiq, gonna go a little bit harsh. Ooh. Oh, what do you think about this one? 1.8 to 1.9? I think it's the closest odds we've seen all playoffs, I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, I can get behind this for sure. If you look at the logical kind of the numbers of the map in and of itself. Yeah, the broader series. Well, I mean, when you're making, you know, like, betting odds, you don't necessarily consider the mental and the emotional side of things, do you, I suppose? So yeah, I can get behind it for sure. We're seeing a bit of damage coming in to this round. Crad, meanwhile, with a P250 in the smoke. They know that he's here. They've heard him burn up, trying to take him out. There goes HS. You need to be a little bit careful. Oh, P250 with a nice one. He takes minimal damage. Let's watch out. Supra will walk around and take him down, but considering there's an investment of about $1,500, they found a lot of damage.
And they'll be happy with that one. Get the AWP in pretty much straight away for Elian up on that CT side. What a map he had on Dust 2. 25 kills, 8 deaths, nearly 120 ADR. Crad was pretty much the same. The stats between the two weren't really much difference at all. Nordavind, though, they've set the pace early. The thing that they haven't really set is the economy. Like Merbit, HS, and Supra do not have a lot of money in the reserve.
HS, heard the jump. Forrester does need to be a little bit careful. I think he just spotted him there. Molly going to go down and pushes HS back. So really, really, you know, sending the feelers out there in this first rifle round. Nothing crazy, nothing fast. It's a very, very slow build-up.
Elian just starting to work with a couple of these sound cues. Nice little bait jump there for Merbit, but doesn't bait out the AWP. Knows that he's there at least.
This is so still, man. Like, there's hardly anything. Absolutely wild. Nickelback. Let's get tagged up a little bit. There comes the first kill. Crab to join him. No, going to be supported. However, they will both burn to Molotovs. Nordavind definitely knowing what they're doing with this one. Winding the clock down, going for the execute. Like, nearly catching a couple. He comes so close. Elian, meanwhile, in the 1-on-4. Finds the first, but not fancying his chances. Number 4 for Nordavind.
I've been impressed by utility usage. Now, coming in to this game, in all the main Swiss and playoffs, they were ranked first with utility ADR and first with flash assist. So, in terms of util, whatever Mix brought to the team since coming into main Swiss, they've really turned it up. And you can just see it in that round right there. Great little adjustment. Nice little angle being created for Merbit to deal with that AWP. Make sure that there's no save coming through. Nordavind, you could almost say the perfect start, really.
Yeah, definitely setting themselves up in good stead. You know, we hold out before we call anything early and all that because Entropiq have shown us what they're capable of. But in the beginning, Nordavind looking like themselves. Okay, a little fresher, a little more comfortable. So we'll have to see whether that holds out. Deco coming in. 5 deagles across the board, bit of chest armor to work with, and a slight bit of utility. Elian gets tagged out early. So that's always a good start for Nordavind.
Yeah, just trying to commit with the execution. Supra, nice couple of kills. Does get traded by Nickelback. Still quite expensive.
Yeah, definitely, right? And actually keeping the round the contention. HS is isolated. Oh, can't go down there. He actually wins the fight. Really well done. Crispy one to be getting. Meanwhile, Nickelback Lackey on their way in. And the final smoke. Okay, it's going to be one retrieved now, so I look a little bit of a clown. Nonetheless, up close, Nickelback takes it down. So no more smokes for Nordavind. Means that all these channels are open and AK retrieved as well for Nickelback Lackey. What is that shot? Oh, my Lord! Where has that come from? Who is this man, the devil incarnate, as Lackey just rips the remaining 2 players to pieces?
Bro, what is that? Oh my goodness. Oh. Well then, it seems that we've got a hard hitter on the block.
Yeah, my apologies. I just needed a quick sip of water after that. I don't know, mate. That is unreal. And yeah, I mean, the CT timeout coming in, I think that's fair. I would imagine the emotions running high after a round like that. Take a second. Okay, calm down. Now let's look at where we are at. What do we expect? And what can we do to capitalize on that? And as you see, the buy is brilliant.
What I love the most is it doesn't even feel like he flicks, does he? Like, just the strafe and the crosshair placement. It was just on. And all he had to do was fire. That was it. It wasn't as if he had to, like, you know, flick up to the sky or flick 90 degrees. He knew where he was aiming and then just peek straight into it. Entropiq, that was, what, a round that they needed. Maybe a round that they shouldn't have won, but Elian's going to take the aggressive approach out from mid. Does get flashed off. It's a little bit wider. Doesn't quite catch the timing of the player getting up towards top mid. Nickelback getting the first kill, though.
Hitting their groove again, aren't they? This needs stopping in the tracks and fast. Oh, Super really needed that kill, but not going to be given the chance at it. Not as good a chance that he would have liked. Elian, meanwhile, watching. Which side does he come? Super has to be careful. Flash goes in. Elian will ring off a shot and then pushes back. So nicely done to let Super get some space here by himself. Emphasis on that last little phrase, because he is indeed by himself. He's starting to get some support as the bomb moves over in the form of Murbit. Smoke goes down, you know, less angles to be checking, but really, really tense here in the middle.
Slow walk in. Elian's not holding this composition at all, but look how many players there are on the City side from this.
Oh, Lackey going to take out Super. I think he knows that the second one is here as well. Murbit trying to get that trade back in, but he's being watched from all angles. Lackey's the one to find him, but there was, you know, a player towards his back end as well. Not looking too good here for Nordavind. Down to Mertz, down to Tensky. Mertz will take down Elian, who tries to contact his way in. So that doesn't work out. However, the bomb, bro, 30 seconds and it's in connector. They will be swarming onto it like flies. You feel that there is very, very little chance here, and I think Nordavind know it.
Yeah, Nickelback's got the perfect position. Just hold on to the weapons. It's got to be the best shout here for the D side. Timing. Tensky may have just seen the back.
Oh my goodness. And Mertz is going to drop.
Yeah.
That's magic. That's absolute magic. You can't run. One of those moments that just absolutely could not be imagined. Tensky will hold on to his AK, but the AWP is what they wanted.
Yeah, hats off to us for both recognizing the same play, right? But no, it's obvious, isn't it? When you miss a timing like that, you've just got an AWP outside a bench. It's like, yeah, it's going to fall straight away. And the one difference I see with this team is when I look at Entropiq, it's almost very rare to see players really dropping off. Where for Nordavind, there's almost games where it feels like I don't know who the star player is. And guys on this team from map to map can go absolutely massive and then absolutely quiet.
Yeah. No, absolutely true. Elian going to find the first into this round, though. The AK that made it through from the last round will fall very quickly. HS goes lovely because I get myself an upgrade. Again, spending a little too much money here, HS. It is weird. He seems way too comfortable to be playing on, you know, the Mac 10 or the MP9. Elian nearly lining them up there. Mowing them down, though, on this CT side right now. Nothing too much to write about, nothing too flashy. They are indeed just using their stronger weaponry.
And it does wonder, how did it take these guys so long to find an org? Like, when they went from Windstrike, they went to X-Windstrike, they went to EPG family. It had to be, like, close to 3 months, I want to say.
Yeah. It is what it is, dude. It is what it is. You know, the world of CS and trying to get people to buy in on some of these teams that are not massively established.
Yeah.
So, particularly over in NA. Shout out to Bad News Bears. Hopefully. Well, I don't know, man. You just build it yourself. You know, build it and they will come. That's what B&B are doing right now. So, but I certainly feel it, especially in EU, right? It's like the way EU esports teams work. They just play tournament after tournament after tournament because there's so many going on. The way the NA ones work is you build like a lifestyle brand, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So interesting how the ecosystems differ ever so slightly. Nonetheless, HS will be the only one to find a kill into this round. Entropiq very quickly closing in the gap.
Well, I don't know how long Entropiq are staying at their bootcamp facilities, but they've got a fantastic gaming house, and it seems like every time one of the players is getting an interview or the coach is getting an interview, they're always there. So I don't know if they're living there permanently or, you know, they stay for a month and they go back home. I'm not actually sure what the deal is, but it seems like they're there like a considerable margin of time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, only the best is acceptable for Hooch. I know that.
Oh, yeah, man.
For damn sure. Big fan of pickles.
Well, I was just going to say, crazy how he actually used to play with a lot of these guys. Like, he played with Elian on EPG, played with Nickelback on EPG. And then you're a coach, and now you're like the overlooker.
Yeah, well, look, man, a lot of history behind Hooch for sure, and a lot of hands-on experience. We are starting to see the come up of coaches who pretty much just being coaches, you know what I mean? Like they will certainly have played, I think, but never at the very highest level of the game. And some of them obviously find success, some of them not so much. And then we also, you know, have the other way. But it's something that speaks to traditional sports as well, where you have like a lot of managers in football, especially are soccer, I guess, just to cater to everybody, are ex-players, you know, and some of them maybe not the best of players in their careers, but they end up being sick managers. So it's really interesting. Forrester, though, getting the eco frags. Ooh, Mertz not going to take him down. Elian's got his back. And now we are up to evens. Nordavind have got to keep it together. They, I feel, need this rifle buy in order to do that.
Yeah, it's not like do or die at all because we're only going into round 9. But when you have a 4-0 start and you're looking healthy, you're looking really on point, and then you lose 4 rounds in a row where you don't even get a bomb plant, you start wondering what's got to change and when is it going to change. Entropiq, like, they've got so many AKs. They've just got to try and take the AKs out of play.
Yeah, this is scary. This is really, really scary, and it speaks to, you know, a factor of people not going down, people not being threatened, not being forced to rebuy. But we'll see. Nice little Molotov pushes him back for a second. Lackey's got the sound cue as well. Very, very, very slow movements coming in here as they're looking, I think, to pressure the window, maybe boost a player up as quickly as possible.
It seems like it could be a splitting towards the A site. You've got late lurk out from Palace, bit of emphasis towards the bottom of Con. It all just comes to how much attention is Elian going to be drawn over towards this connector position.
Oh, that's been heard. Elian going to find Merbit. Oh, Lackey was ready for that, bro, but like he looked a bit dodgy on the fight. Will go down. Elian's going to melt as well. I think slightly frustrated by that. That's what happens, of course, when you're scoped in and not really taking note of your surroundings. Speaking of which, they don't do the same onto Crad. Nickelback here on the flank, able to drop another. This is a crazy round. HS has found Forrester. It's all onto Nickelback. Gets aggressive, and Tensky demolishes him. Number 5 for Nordavind, put under pressure, and they find another round in their favor.
I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Beautiful utility for Nordavind. Really, it has been an eye-opener to see some of the util set pieces. And even just the way they work that default up to top Con. Elian's just getting so mollied out from default and firebox that you can see he's falling back because he's trying to get away from the spread. He's trying to create a bit of an angle that he can keep taking fights up the stairs, but he realizes almost too late that he's going to die. Like, he's just getting burnt.
Yeah, a bit rough, isn't it? A bit rough. Oh, speaking of, that sucks to be on the end of. Crad, no! They've just run straight into him. Triple spray down, easy as you like. And just like that, Nordavind have let the lead come back under threat.
Okay. So Lackey gets an aggressive kill out for Merbit, and Palace is re-smoke, but they just rush it out? Oh, they're not even waiting for the smoke at all to try and catch the CTs off guard.
Do you think that Merbit, in-game leader, right, so they're going to listen to him, has said they're rushing mid, as opposed to one mid?
There's only one. Maybe miscommunication.
He's got his back turned. Yeah, he's got his back turned, so maybe he's just, like, instinctively... Because, I mean, why would you rush it by yourself, I guess, right? But he's just instinctively gone, they're rushing mid.
Yep.
Push out, you know, because the play was quite clearly a Palace pop. They just did it a bit earlier than they were expecting. That's pretty curious, actually. But I think that might be the case.
Even with that, though, okay, fair play. Palace pop. You need flash over the top. How was Crad not blinded? Like, how...
Yeah.
How is there no flash to start off at the edge of the smoke? Do you know what I mean? Like, you got so many positions in which stairs, top balk, are just not getting hit. And it just allows Crad to do so much. And even Lucky, just the shoulder bait. I mean, that's the round down from there. Just the info, just slow the whole thing down. Forrester comes in the back lines. Tensky can't find anything. What a hold from Crad. Triple.
Yep, looking like a beast. And they do have a lot, you know, we talk about Elian. It is the Elian show. It is all about Elian. His stats are so good. But this whole squad, man, they all have potential. Nickelback, pretty good in a clutch. You know, Crad has his moments, I think, steps up pretty well. Forrester is just so pesky to deal with. And I know for a fact that that's something the Nordavind boys kind of struggle with a little bit. You know what I mean? They have a problem with Forrester as a guy. Mix has said so to me in the past, right? That it's like he is such a tough and confusing player almost to play against. So there is definitely a lot of rivalry, a lot of history between these two teams.
It always comes down to these guys deliver, and we're now just seeing the set piece coming out towards the A side. Krad's playing out from Sandwich.
Yeah, a slightly different position this time around. Only one for him, you know, but everyone else has got it. It's all good, Krad. Don't worry. Maybe it does get the trade, but nothing really coming. It was a half buy, but still looking good for Entropiq. They're starting to get the wheels going. You know, some WD-40 on there. Takes a bit of time, but the rust is wearing off, and I think they are finding their feet.
And sometimes all it takes is the right mix of players. I mean, this is a little bit more negative, but I mean, we've spoken about it in the last couple of months or so, that Nickelback has been an in-game leader that has never really won championships and has never pushed a CIS team to the absolute boundaries. Brave a look at Entropiq, and I think there is so much more to push.
Oh, yeah, and look, man, some of these players have been on some... you know, difficult for whatever reason. I'll hold the point. Flash comes in from Nickelback. What is that? How does that work? What are you doing? You're not allowed to do that. That's something that I would do. You know what I mean? Like, he just right-clicks the flash, jumps in before it's even gone off, sort of half turns around and, you know, I'm a little bit blind, but whatever, and then sprays 2 down by himself. Like, criminal. Absolutely criminal.
Bro, what is that? Honestly, they don't even have aggressive mid starts, and it's the play you never expect. It gets him a 5-on-3, and he's still alive. He's got out of the apartment. He goes, yeah, they're not B.
Oh, God. Oh, goodness. They're just in a shooting gallery right now. And unfortunately, as you would expect from a conventional shooting gallery at the very least, the targets aren't really firing back. So... you know, I thought this was one of those challenge ones where if I get tagged, you know, then I'm out. But not really the case here for Entropiq. Looking all too easy. They will retrieve the bomb in towards middle, but 30 seconds left. Super gets one, and a double. Forrester certainly lacking there on the trade. Lackey in behind, though, I think might be able to drop the bomb with only 20 seconds left. Oh, or not. Looks in between both angles. Supra maybe a bit too wide, and there Lackey comes in with a double of his own to secure it.
It was real red from Supra. You can see as soon as he gets up to that window ledge, he's looking out from short, but it's just missed timing. Just gives up on the angle too quickly. What is this? This is classic CIS. When I look at it, like it's one of those plays where once you see the result, you go, mate, who would have seen that coming? Because honestly, I don't think the T side would have seen that coming. I can't remember the last time I saw a play like that.
Yeah, it's just so wild that he gets away with that. We're singing his praises as well, you know what I mean? And I was, honestly, just about to kind of knock some of the players down a level that we had, like, you know, the Hard Legion stuff and the Hellraisers project with, you know, like, and Prosto and the way that ended and whatnot. But then he goes and does that and, you know, just kind of shuts me up a little bit.
Yeah. It's a fair point, but even for Lackey, he's been a part of the core, like even when they were back at Winstrike for so long. I think this was like his first professional team. He played for like 7 before that, which was like just some unknown Kakistani team. Joined up with Winstrike, and he's been a part of the core ever since.
Yeah, beast, mate, absolute beast. Nordavind going in on a buy like this. Don't know how I feel. Maybe we'll go up window quick, but Nickelback, you know, he's ready. Aggressive last round, passive this round. Get a man who can do both, you know what I mean? Really looking solid there as he finds a nice kill, then starts to retake control of window. Elian taking out Supra, leaves us in the 5-on-3. Nordavind have hit the brick wall. They don't know how to get through it. We've had a couple timeouts here, and it's still not working. Entropiq takes them time to get going on Mirage, but they look so damn good once they do. HS has walked out and caught Krad. Mertz will pick up Nickelback, starting to get back in, but Lackey, of course, peeks round, picks up 2, makes it look easy. All his kills seem to be coming in 2s as well. It's a little bit unfair at the moment. But you have to consider the scoreline, I think, is really deceiving here, Dweg. 8-5, it doesn't tell the full picture.
No, it doesn't. It shows a battering when we've had a look at the rounds that we've had rather than the scoreline. And one of the difficult, or the most difficult things that Nordavind have had to face is just to keep running into the AKs. At least this round, there's only 1 AK for Entropiq, but you have a look at all those opening man advantages, they're all AKs.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy to me. But we'll see here. Half-Buy coming in to facilitate into the final. They're going to try for window once again. Nickelback is approaching it in the same way. So if they go for the more, you know, exploitative kind of play, could catch him off on one of these con checks. Super, though, is not going for the wide swing. Just waiting. Just biding his time. And is actually going to be a player to cut off the rotations, it looks like.
No, he's made sound. Yeah, he's dead. There's nothing Super could do. Might as well just try and bait a bit of an aggression, get a crossfire set up, but he's done. All it's going to take is one incendiary down towards that window position, or just peek it out. Lucky gets the first, and he's just got 3. What is going on here?
I don't know, mate. This guy's kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you.
He's
4, in fact,
up.
in the end. Yeah, again, it's someone that, honestly, in previous lineups, I think was definitely a louder name, but has taken a bit more of a back seat with some of the players on this squad. Do you know what I mean? And facilitating more than stealing thunder, but here he is stealing thunder.
Yeah, when you're 17th in the world, I don't mind sitting back, do you? It's going well. We're getting a lot of victories. We're making some deep runs. Elian just out from mid. Nordavind, they just haven't cracked it, have they? They had such a great start. HS was doming in the pistol round, the early sort of anti-ecos, but once the rifles came out, that was it. Like, it was just over so quickly.
Well, we shall see. Entropiq looking to get the double digits here. And Nordavind on their own map pick, feeling like they're on the back foot once again. Minute and 15 left on the clock.
Sorry to cut you off. Just the stack and B. This is the first time we've seen them play 3 on B.
Yeah, very true. Changing something up, maybe indeed. Trying to read the read before it even comes in. But we'll find out. Oh, nickel back. Nearly caught reloading there. Will manage to get it in towards triple. Lackey, meanwhile, boosted up. Takes out Mertz. First kill for the CT side. Super trades back in, and Nickelback gets a double. Oh, my goodness. What is it with double spray downs and Entropiq? The marriage is so beautiful to witness. It really is. Nonetheless, they're going to look to get aggressive. Forrester goes in pretty early. The flash is effective for Lackey. Oh, robbed of his second. But the Tech 9 of Elian will get it done. 10-5 on the half. Entropiq looking so good with the rifles, baby.
And it all comes down to recognizing when enough is enough. And Entropiq are one of those teams where they are very smart in their play style, but at the same time, they sometimes get hungry. And in that 3v2, you'll get some teams that go, just play the time. Give them the respect. It's round 15. Let them have the post plant. Mate, they're just charging through that top god smoke, are they? They don't give a damn.
Mad. I think they're just so damn confident, and that is the scary thing here, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, they are looking absolutely unstoppable. They really are. We do have a bit of a tech pause in, as Super is just sorting an issue, but we should be back into the action quick, hopefully.
It's a tough one for Mix, too. A guy that we, I guess, gave a fair bit of praise about of the addition of the lineup. But this is probably the first time, I want to say, that Nordavind have been slapped. Like, they've had some losses since he's come, but this is more than just a loss, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, feeling really, really tough. We've had a few, you know, individual drop-offs and
yeah,
all kinds of stuff. It is a really, really difficult one for sure, and I think they will unfortunately have to stomach that, and maybe within this series, of course, but we'll see. Yeah, yeah, big time.
That changed it, didn't it? That double kill for Lackey. I honestly reckon I could watch that 20 times in a row and still be happy watching it. Just rounds like that, just class. And that's what I love seeing from Entropiq. And I kind of posed the question. I mean, we're obviously still in a quarterfinal and still not over. But I almost have a look at how, well, Big got upset today. Furia lost a 1 win the other day somehow. And think to myself, well, Entropiq might be the best team we've got here in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think so, right? If you're thinking you know, more based on the experience and the build-up.
Yeah.
For sure. But I don't know, man. If Fury are on their highest peak,
True.
I think
Very
they,
true.
for me, are perhaps
Stronger.
the strongest team.
Yeah.
Because, like, Big obviously peaked out. It was very, very early on into the online era. And I think a lot of it comes down to, you know, adapting super fast. But once other teams have gotten in there, they have started to see a slow drop off, you know, bit by bit. But Fury, I think their ceiling for me looks a lot higher than that which we've seen from Big. So, and I mean, well, they're gone, aren't they? So, yeah, I think Fury for me. But Entropiq, form-wise, definitely.
Let's see what they can do on the pistol. Supra trying to turn away from all the flashes, but the flashes haven't come through just yet.
Yeah, he's playing the anti-flash to no flashes. I mean, that's one way of doing things. Here they come in towards CT, though. Oh, it's painful. It's painful. Supra has to try and recover this. There's so many players in towards CT. Lackey's going to mow them all down, is he? No, he comes away with 2 very quickly, but does struggle to clean it out. Nonetheless, it is looking good here. All onto HS, who's found 2 quick headies. Living up to his namesake for sure, but he's on 8 HP. This Glock's on 3 burst as well. Doesn't matter. Elian is a P250 merchant as he just rips his head clean off, as expected, when that weapon is in this man's hands.
Yeah, Crad is slowly becoming the Sanji of the team from time to time. It seems like he's always dropping P250s and he's always on the rubbish weapons to get Elian on the AWP, but when you've got a guy like him, you have to facilitate, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, mate. Like, you know, and it's weird, isn't it? Because they have a little bit of a similar remit to VP with leaning on their AWPer.
Yeah.
For a lot of the impact, playing around their AWPer. And I know it's something that Nordavind have also been looking to do, try and give Mertz as much as they possibly can. But still, I think early in that journey, so to speak, there definitely has been a bit of a shift, and it's worked against some. Entropiq even, you know, it's worked against them in the past, but they've quite clearly adapted to the Nordavind playstyle, looking really good. Nickelback does get caught in the back, and now we'll be left in a 5-on-4.
Now, HS putting some nades up towards this mid position. Looking to go quite aggressive about the approach. Elian's the only player here out from chair. Does deal with that first, and that just pulls the distraction. Crad goes, yeah, B's open.
Problematic. Maybe though, going to find another kill for them. It's deceiving as well, because maybe, you know, he is around and he can cut this bomb off. Needs a bit of help, maybe? Nah, it doesn't matter. Lackey through the smokes, just going to mow him down. Tenski finished off as he gets greedy for the AK. Forrester holding the backside. Will get clapped out by the CZ. Can happen. That CZ, mate, it's a bit rough. In the right hands, it is a very dangerous weapon indeed. And now the 2-on-2, you know, it doesn't look impossible.
Yeah, they're not going to pre-aim this at all. Oh, just an easy couple. Just work with the sound cues. And for Forrester, maybe that was a bit of an overpeak in the 3v2. Didn't need to take that fight, but Crad recovered the situation. Just uses his ears, realizes that they are not wrapping CT into market, that they're coming in from short. And who would expect a window player? Because no one can.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when it's like that, you know? I think maybe if you are 5-on-2, you give it a check. But, like, surely they want to be together in this. They don't want to let us isolate the 1v1s, but that's just the way that it had gone for Crad. And, of course, he isolates the 2v1, doesn't he? Makes it look real easy.
Oh, I like this. I like it when on ecos they're all stacked together. I feel like if the molly goes into con, though, it's going to get ripped.
Or a nade, right? They will be spotted out. It's the MAC-10, in fact, to rip them apart. A little bit of help from the squad, and they will all go down. Not a single kill coming in. Entropiq very quickly up to 13-5. This is really, really looking like last chance saloon for Nordavind, to be honest. This rifle round needs to find success.
Just take a moment, too, to have a look at the head-to-heads. We had Spring Street Spring 2, which was about 5 weeks ago or so. Like, not very long at all. 3 maps. 16-12 on Mirage for Nordavind. Overpass went 29 rounds. Dust 2 was relatively one-sided. Last head-to-head, Nordavind got the 2-0, but it was still close. This is not close at all. Nordavind tried the aggressive peek up from mid. Hey, just needs to fall back towards Connect and just gets naded so hard down. At least they do the early damage onto Elian and Lackey.
Well, we'll see. They have to be the ones to find the opener, in my opinion. And if my opinion is correct, it's Entropiq finding the opener. I think they are one of the best conversion teams at the moment. Mertz is going to take down Forrester. And that comes maybe a little bit too quickly for them. They've got to check this angle as well, but they won't. Merbit's the one getting aggressive, in fact. And he drops another. Looking good for Nordavind. They've battled back into this round, pulling it into a 4-on-3.
Oh, crad. How does he still get away with some? The bomb's following. If he gets HS on the site, B-side's open.
Yeah, how has he gotten away with even the one kill there, to be honest with you? Like, it feels like they're finding a few oversights. Either that or it's just Entropiq finding the holes. Crad on the Mac 10 looking so damn good. Elian, meanwhile, causing commotion. However, Tensky cuts off the bomb. Yes, he does. Down it will fall. Crad takes out HS. It's a 2-on-2. They are everywhere, you know, deep into the woodwork here on the Entropiq side. You've got to call in the Fumigator to get rid of them. Nonetheless, 2-on-2, 25 seconds and a bomb to recover. Mertz will hear them running in. Gonna go for a peek as well. Yep, finds one, maybe a second. He does indeed. Nordavind up to 6, staying alive for now.
You talk about the conversions, and for Entropiq, from main Swiss onwards, they rank first in the percentage of rounds in which they get the opening pick, close to 60%, which is incredibly high. And even Elian, I think, is like top 5 in the world for the most success in opening duels in the last 3 months. Nordavind, no success there from Coolbet, is it? 17-1.
Jeez.
They are not giving them any credit.
That's off the charts, that, mate. That's wild. That's absolutely wild.
The bear is angry.
Yeah, he is, mate. He is. Listen, Nordavind, I bet my house. So therefore, no, but of course he's well, he's a bear. They're kind of angry.
It doesn't look good. Your map pick, 6-13 down. But even on the buy state coming back, you think to Nordavind, oh, they get their 6th round, looks great, and then the buy comes in with like an SMG and no util.
Yeah, this round's kind of harder than the last, to be honest with you. Oh, and Mert's going to miss to open up. He's lucky to be alive, to be honest. I thought he'd go down. Thought at refacing, it's actually a flash, I suppose, for Tensky. A bit of help from HS as well. And it's still sticking around. The flames come in. Always hard to see over. And I think Lucky has just snuck in. However, immediately taken down. So no gap in the defense that they were hoping for. 4-on-2 now as Merbit takes out Crad. Looking pretty good. Forrester's on low HP, so it really would be something if they could pick this up. Pre-fire from Elian. Mertz is not giving him anything. Just holding the crack if they come walking around the corner, but not holding an open angle.
That's smart. You don't want to throw away a 4v2. You don't want to give up just unnecessary duels at all. Keep your eyes on mid to make sure there isn't a wrap-in from short, but don't overextend. And this has to be a save. 20 seconds on the clock. Just hold the AWP and the AK.
Yeah, I think so. A little bit anticlimactic on the finish, but as to be expected. 7th round for Nordavind, still a lot more work to do. This one a bit cleaner, though, so they have the cash money building up. I think they can be happy with that. But look, man, Entropiq, it depends on what they go for. They might... honestly, when you've got this many rounds in the lead, I'd kind of force just to even your economy out. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, against the CIS team as well. You could probably expect it to some degree. We know that they love a force. Where are we sitting at the loss bonus? 2400s? Yeah, it's the 2 save players that have just got nothing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, even then, unfortunately, just Elian, it feels like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Forrester could just about argue, just about get it going, but it's not enough for you know, a Mac 10 or an AK and no util. It's not ideal, but like, well, now he's going to buy it down with the utility, so it gets kind of even worse. Of course, because they're forcing, you know what I mean? So yeah, makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense, I think, going for this one, in my opinion.
Yeah, 6 the difference. It's going to take a lot for Nordavind to start bringing it back, but you want to say, I don't want to say it's the perfect opportunity, but it is a decent chance of converting a round, especially when the buy's not great. Elian really overclocking that flick down low. Yeah,
maybe a bit much, but, you know, they're always difficult. some players better on the horizontal, as you would expect. Mert's going to take out Crad, though. Key opening frag, as he looks to drop back after it as well.
Now, opening man advantage swiftly being found for Mertz. A little bit of damage coming through onto Forrester, too. Nordavind have doing work in this round. Ooh, the enemy piece still aggressive, though.
Gets taken down. Mertz, meanwhile, has been spotted here. Nade goes in. Massive damage. The Kicky Doki. Elian, meanwhile, going to pick up Supra. It's now gone back to Chaos. They're all so low here. Not massively, but enough, you know, that it is going to make a difference in a 3-on-3. The bomb as well. Isolated an underpass.
Yeah, what is going on here? Seriously, the bomb is out at the apartments and they've got A site open. It's going to take so long to get this bomb back out from A. And what's saying that Nordavind don't just get aggressive in this situation?
Yeah, it's a weird situation to be in, though. You know what I mean? I think it was the player that was boosting up, right? Down underneath window. And just kind of gets caught. Yeah. But Nordavind not really giving respect across that. So it's neither here nor there. It just looks like a long hold and, you know, going for a late execute. So they don't really know. None the wiser. On the edge of the smoke, Forrester going to find Tensky. Knows that Mertz is around as well. 10 seconds to get the bomb down, though. They've got to make a move. Oh, there's Mertz to drop the bomb. Could be intense. 5 seconds left. Maybe it finds Elian. No time. No time. Just let him live. Maybe take him down after, but no, even that they're going to save for. Absolutely massive for Nordavind. They are clinging on to these rounds, man.
And they're close. They're really, really tight, but they're bringing them back. And even though you look at the numbers for Mertz, he's only dropped 10 kills. The last handful of rounds, he's found his impact. Some really big kills coming into the mix there. Denying that bomb from going down is just instant round breakup. And the economy just gets worse, doesn't it? Because you're in a situation again where 2 rounds in a row, you've got players like surviving.
Magic, mate. Absolute magic. It really is delivering, you know. It still looks good for Entropiq, but we're getting the excitement that we wanted. Hero AK from Forrester. You talk about CIS Force Buys. My good, they invented this. You know, I believe it was a 1.6 thing, was it not? The Russian AK. So I could just be making that up, but I swear to God. I swear I've definitely heard Russian AK. As a thing. Obviously, the AK is Russian. Okay, that's not what I'm getting at. But, yeah. I don't know. Nonetheless, the first time I saw it, okay, me personally, it was seized when he was, like, IGLing for Gambit. You remember that was a very, very cursed lineup,
yeah.
it felt like.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, you're right about that one.
Ooh. That's a nice little move. Nice little run booster they pulled off there to get the AK up short. And maybe... Oh, into ladder room for a double. Yeah, none of them watching it, but he only expects one to be there. He doesn't get away with his double, but they do turn it back into a 4-on-4.
Hey, that was sick. I've not seen a play like that before. Forrester just getting that height advantage, moving far forward, and he wants another one, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, hungry for it, and you've got to be when you're the hero AK. However, he is going to get taken down. And I think they'd hope for a bit more action from their homies to draw the rotation. Doesn't matter. Nickelback just peeks in and drops Merbit. Okay, they will get the bomb down. An AK in, and he does have Kevlar. The aim punch not going to be as big. Timing could be massive here. Goes for the peek. It gets half checked. But the double spray for Nickelback has given them the chance into the round. Supra, the only one left. No kit at all to work with. A Nickelback rips his head off. Huge 4K. All those kills felt so... against him, but he gets every single one. Oh my lord.
The spray transfer. What is that? Even the last kill. He's looking up to the apartments, for goodness sake. What a round. Oh, Nordavind, how do you bottle it? How is there 2 players in market looking at the same entrance? No one's looking at market door.
Listen, man, it's tough. It is absolutely tough, but... at the same time, going for that ballsy, first of all. Second of all, how in the hell do you deal with a player when he's pulling off stuff like that, you know? Could have had eyes on it, and I think they half did. You know, they wanted the AWP on it for sure. You've got to have one holding the cross until they make it, you know what I mean? But it's really tough. The thing is, it's like when that player peeks in, you feel like you can one and done him with a man advantage.
Yeah.
You know? But he gets a double, so unlucky, I guess.
And it's crazy to think Nickelback is the one guy out of all 5 that's the in-game leader, but can also do things like the others can. And when you've got that going, you've got a dominant force. I don't think many teams can stop at this kind of a level. Tensky and Super on the force, just got no option but to save. And for Nordavind, there was a brief moment of 3 rounds in a row where it looked promising, and then it didn't, very quickly.
You know, who knows, man? It's always like, conjecture like this is never really fun, but if they'd have started off on the CT side, could have been a different story. But we'll never know. This is the timeline, of course, that we are being fed. He's feeling himself here, isn't he? That's very, very sharp. You know what I mean? You sit up, you assume the game of position, you've got like a slightly tighter grip on your mouse, and you're a little bit like, right, let's go. And that's exactly how he's approaching. Instead of trying to transfer, he's like, 3 bullets kill one, 3 bullets kill the next. You know, he's really not messing around in these past couple of rounds.
27 kills for an in-game leader. Honestly, in what is the game that's going to get you into the semi-final? I mean, there isn't any more impact that can be made.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Krads does nearly get caught here. He actually will get caught. Nave trades back some big damage. I like the move from Nordavind. It's a good way to kick off your comeback, as it were. Forrester going to find Mertz, though, and that's the A bomb site. That's the A bomb site gone. He's going to keep on pushing. It is obviously a question of whether he goes down here and whatnot. Their retake could be successful, but he's just going to keep moving. Finds another, and has found some information, secured so much ground for the remaining Entropiq boys to work with. The bomb going to go down. No kit available. HS half HP. This really does not look good.
They need fights, and they need them pretty much instantly. You're right. Without that kit in play, it's going to make it difficult. Ellen going to get volleyed out, Super through the window, and Lucky's just there. What a crossfire.
Yeah, deadly stuff. Tensky finds his kill onto Nickelback into the 2-on-2. They've got a bit more control towards the site than you would expect. What is going on here? There's no way. He got off the bomb. Oh, that's so unfortunate, dude. Like, I thought for a chance